In 1946, a book documented events that broke the known laws of physics. It detailed witnesses watching a man appear in two cities simultaneously, and a woman surviving 50 years without a single calorie of food. It described yogis entering deep meditation until gravity simply lost its grip. Philosophers read it and changed careers. George Harrison credited the text with his entire spiritual awakening. Steve Jobs read it every single year of his adult life, and it was the only book on his iPad when he died. The author, Paramahansa Yogananda, presented these anomalies as the inevitable findings of a precise biological science. He treated the human body as a laboratory where these results were not just possible, but repeatable. This system was mapped 2,000 years earlier by the sage Patanjali across 196 specific verses. He called these outcomes siddhis, describing the ability to levitate with the same systematic detachment he used to describe the mechanics of breathing. These anomalies illustrate the fundamental thesis of the ancient sages. Physical reality is a secondary reflection of internal consciousness. When the internal world is activated correctly, the external world must respond. This principle explains why so many feel trapped by invisible ceilings. We put in the work, we chase the promotion, or we try to scale the business, but we eventually hit a level where the forward momentum just stops. Most humans operate with their life energy flowing strictly outward. We waste our focus on sensory distractions, external anxieties, and the immediate solving of superficial problems. When energy is funneled toward an unyielding problem without moving through it, it becomes trapped. Much like a blocked body of water breeds bacteria and rot, a hyperfixation on external obstacles creates a stagnant reality. Altering the external outcome requires reversing this flow. You must stop forcing energy toward the obstacle and instead direct it inward to upgrade the internal machinery. The human operating system functions across three distinct planes: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Each layer must be precisely tuned to process energy without it becoming blocked. On the physical plane, the body acts as a literal antenna. Yogic postures are designed to align this antenna to receive specific frequencies, but this only works if the hardware is in a receptive state. This is where modern biohacking often fails. Forcing the body into extreme routines or dogmatic diets creates a state of systemic stress that distorts the very signal you are trying to receive. The true physical goal is to remove inflammation and tension. An intuitive approach to diet and movement allows the antenna to function with minimal interference. Above the physical lies the mental plane, the software responsible for the upkeep and focus of hardware. The ego naturally tries to keep us in a comfort zone by hyper-focusing on unwanted outcomes. We fixate on what we fear because it feels much safer to have low expectations than to risk the unknown. Tuning the mind requires moving away from the safety of the known. You must shift your focus toward desired outcomes that feel uncomfortable, as growth only occurs when you venture into the risks of the unknown. Once the physical antenna is clear and the mental frequency is set, the apparatus is ready to be powered by the third plane. The spiritual plane provides the power source. Ancient texts describe a protocol called Kriya Pranayama, a specific method of drawing in the energy that exists all around us. This practice involves a specific breathing mechanic. The practitioner draws an alternating current of energy upward from the earth and downward from the heavens. Running this alternating current through the spinal column generates a magnetic field that interacts with its environment. In the yogic tradition, this field is the primary mechanism for manifestation. By maintaining this internal current, you are creating the magnetic conditions for your external reality to align with your internal focus. Once your internal system is charged, the challenge is applying that force without causing it to stagnate again. Brute force in the physical world often creates more resistance. This is the balance between vyaga, or effort, and abhyasa, which is surrender. Inner intention is the ego's attempt to force a result through sheer will, while outer intention allows the result to be achieved through a higher indirect flow. This is the principle of obliquity, the idea that complex goals are best achieved indirectly. A straight line looks like the fastest way down, But physics shows that the swooping cycloid curve, the more indirect path, actually delivers the object to its destination much sooner. History's most successful figures reached their goals not by chasing them directly, but by allowing them to arrive as a byproduct of a deeper focus. When a mother asked Michael Jordan how her son could reach his level, he didn't talk about championships or trophies. He simply told her to help the boy fall in love with the game. Elon Musk achieved massive wealth, not by pursuing money as a primary goal, but as a second-order consequence of his obsession with providing value through technology. This is the true meaning of yoga, union. The objective is to unify your personal effort with the universe's broader intent. When you move beyond the desperate chase for external outcomes, you can begin the real work of refining your internal mechanics. This is the process of consciously choosing the identity that allows your desired reality to manifest.